Our Parsha for this week is Vayishlach, and he sent. Again, the subject is Yaakov, Jacob, and he sends messengers ahead of him to his brother Esau, whom he hasn't seen for a long time, to say that he is returning now from Padan Aram, he is returning from Haran, he is returning from Mesopotamia to come back to the land of Canaan. And he wants his brother to know, because he wants to make peace with his brother. We are not going to discuss this aspect. We're going to discuss a far more important aspect, something which is of greater relevance to us. And that is the change of name of Yaakov to Yisrael. Jacob becomes Israel. Yaakov, lowly, from Akev, a heel, he's a heel. Yisrael, a prince of God. In other words, from the ground of the ladder to heaven, he has climbed from the base, and he comes in Yisrael to the top of the ladder, to become the Prince of God. Now, there's something interesting about the names of the patriarchs. Abraham, in the beginning, is Avram. Then the Hay, the letter Hay, is added and becomes Avraham. And then he stays Avraham, no longer Avram. Yitzchak, no change of name, constant, all his life. Yaakov, there is a change of name. Yaakov becomes Yisrael. But then we find, even though he becomes Yisrael, there are times when he is referred to still as Yaakov, and there are times when he is referred to as Israel. There's a waffling, there's a changing there, forwards and backwards. Why? Why this inconsistency? What is the basis of the pattern? Is there a pattern? There has to be a pattern, because everything is in a pattern in the Torah. And again, we have to consult the sages and see what the sages say. And we find, if we investigate the pattern, that Yaakov is the wanderer. Yaakov is the mover. The Yaakov who goes from place to place. He is not settled at all, because his mind is right down, very basic, very low, Akev as a heel. And he wanders, and he's thrown out. His descendants too, like Yaakov, are thrown out, leave the country, have to go another country, to wander, to move about, to come back. And then, in the end, they become settled. Where do we read this? Where do we see this? And we see it in the Torah, of course. Where? It is in the prophecy which we are given of the times of Bilam and Balak, where the camps of the people of Israel are set on the journey from Egypt to the land of Israel for permanent settlement. And there it is, the prophet, who is Bilam, looks at them and he says, Ma tovu oholecha Yaakov, how good are your tents, Jacob. Mishkanotecha, your sanctuaries, Israel. There it is. The ohel, the tent. Yaakov is Yoshev Ohalim. Yaakov is a dweller of tents. He is in his tent, he studies in his tent, he learns in his tent. It's a schoolhouse. But the tent moves. The tent moves from place to place, from country to country, from area to area, as he moves, as he wanders about. But that tent becomes a mishkan. A mishkan is a sanctuary in a settled place. And finally, that mishkan is the sanctuary, the temple of the universe. in the center of the universe, and here it is. There are places where he becomes settled for some time, but then he goes on. When he is the wanderer, he is Yaakov. When he is settled, he is Yisrael. And here the message is that even though you may be a wanderer, you may be out of the land of Israel, if you are settled in your mind, you go up, you are elevated, you ascend to the Anochi, to the higher self. You ascend in your mind to the heights, because in your mind, and this is important, in your mind, you are settled.